Good rainy morning, everybody. Welcome back to DADBEAR.Downtime and episode 2 of our Survival in Space Engineers 2 series. We are going to continue our survival playthrough now that Vertical Slice 2 has come out. Kind of go over just a couple of little things. We are doing the SE2 run today rather than continuing our SE1, and that is because our SE1 is, we're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern with our current Space Stories series, just because we're really collecting materials and letting the self-maintenance units do the repairs. And I've actually considered doing off-camera letting, collecting resources and letting the self-maintenance unit do the work to get as much of the ship repaired in its current state as possible before going in and starting to make the adjustments that would be necessary with the projection. So it just wouldn't be that exciting. And we've got this new update from SpaceEngineers 2, so I figured we'll go ahead and do this and go from there. So that's what we're doing today. That's why we're doing SE2. Continue with that. A couple of notes. In doing some of my personal testing, if you see my menu right now, I've got personal test run up there. I started experiencing some crashes. So, hey Marvin, how you doing? You may have missed, because that was an evening stream, I think I did, of the first episode of the SE2 Survival. But we're going to pick up where we left off there. But like I said, I started to experience some crashes. Some very frustrating crashes. There wasn't really anything I could do to actually get it to work. So what I'm doing now is going with two different what was happening was, after a hot fix, not the hot fix that went through this morning, but the one that went through the previous day, maybe 36 hours prior. I was leaving our weather station here where we left off, and I was trying to go back to the hydrogen research port area where we got. And on the way there, actually I got to the landing pad. I did not actually, just about to click the landing, the game froze, but it didn't just freeze. I didn't have my headphones at the time, but in subsequent reloads, the music would hiccup, the music would start again, the music would hiccup, and then it would either come back. Here's the weird thing. Game is frozen, no inputs at all. Mouse, keyboard, anything like that. But clouds were still moving. Thrusters, still, the thruster plumes active. They did not respond to any inputs, but they were moving. And in a later reload, I found if I was low enough, I could actually see the grass was still moving, but everything else frozen. It was It was really, really strange. Reloaded, took off, went to fly back down there again. I didn't even make it halfway, and the same thing happened. This happened probably 3 or 4 times. Next time I reloaded, instead of getting in the ship and flying down to the hydrogen research place, I decided to go up, and I was going to try to figure out how to use GPS markers to see if it was possible to use them. I did figure out how to do it. So I jetpacked around, because so far the problem had only happened when I was on the grid, flying around. I jetpacked up to the first mine here that we visited after we got here to the weather station. And then I went over to the ice mine, laid down the GPSs. I picked up some materials to go around to be useful. And since I was able to put GPSs there, what I wanted to do was go back to the previous 2 spots, the hydrogen research port, put GPS there, and I wanted to go back to our original starting spot where there was a mine and put a GPS there. Ice. The moment I got back in the ship and tried to fly back down, freeze. Okay. So this is after the hot fix. Like, all right, well, I'm going to start a new game. So maybe that will start over. Started a new playthrough, got the initial objectives done, got to the point where we went to the hydrogen research facility, but there was an unknown signal down in the valley, so I decided to go check it out. Got on the grid, went to fly down. I got about halfway to it and freeze. So I stopped. Okay. Not happy, because I'm trying to go through. I dropped down my graphics from preset high to preset medium, and I tried. I jumped back into my original test run where we first experienced it, and instead of getting in the grid, I walked around. I did stuff outside of. And I had no issues. The next thing, our objective was, and I think that's where we're at here, if I remember correctly, is that there's a crashed ship nearby that we're supposed to get the coordinates for the space station that we're supposed to go to. So I said, okay, maybe it's something with going into that biome switch when you're going back to the hydrogen research facility or your original starting point, you cross biomes. And it was also during the switch from nighttime to dawn. So I was like, okay, maybe there's just some complicated thing going on there, and my settings too high. So I waited for daytime to come. I got in the grid and I went over to the crashed ship, and I got within. I probably got within 100 meters, and it froze. So daytime wasn't, shift from nighttime to dawn wasn't the issue. The biome wasn't an issue. Even though we were kind of in a change of biome, it wasn't much different than where we are now. So it should not have been. I don't think that was the issue. So disappointed and a little dejected. I kind of let some people know, specifically Cosmic Donut on his Discord. I let him know I was starting to experience crashes because other people were having issues. I was trying to see if anybody was having the same issues. He suggested a Okay, the NVIDIA drivers, which I checked last night before going to bed, and then today I kind of resigned myself to the fact that I was going to have to wait for a fix to come. This morning, so yeah, the hotfix that came out this morning. Once I got the notification through Discord that a new hotfix had been put out, I went to check it out, and I did not have any crashes until later in the tutorial, but it wasn't the same kind of crash. It was a crash. So we'll see what happens. I expect we may get to that point today, and if not, then we'll see. Okay, so we are going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Just wanted to let you know what had been going on. We have had some issues with the game, but so far it appears to be, this isn't a derogatory, it seems to be on Keen's side rather than my computer side. And that issue we had with the delayed audio through the opening cinematic was an issue that was not just us, it was other people, and the hotfix that came in this morning took care of that. So supposedly took care of that. It's probably going to take me a minute to recall exactly where we are. I definitely think it's something like that. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, so locate the shipwreck. That's our next objective. It's over there. Not too far. I don't have anything in my... Let's see what we got here. We got the one lead bar. We will be upgrading our tools to 2s. Just so you know. So you have to do that real quick. So here's your forge. This is where you can drop stuff in. Okay. Go to production. I'm going to go ahead and queue these up. You need Mark 1 welder, lead bar, 2 lead bars, 2 wires. Put that in queue. Mark 2 grinder and Mark 2 drill. So this is the production queue, and this is everything that's required to build what's in the production queue. So lead bar, we're going to need 6 lead bars, 2 wires, 2 turbines, and 2 metal grids. So other than an unfortunate crash, what are your thoughts on the build system? It's a little, I'm going to say it's a little limited right now. And the reason I say that is because, like, there's certain, and granted, this is the tutorial, this is what it, like, if you look at, say I want to build, Actually, okay, a connector. Okay. The only connector that we have available right now is a tiny connector and a 5. The other two are not available yet. Those get unlocked, I'm guessing, because one of the things I tried to do earlier was I was going to try to put a connector in this flight pad and then put my ship on there to let it passively charge off this building. But because I don't own this grid, it would not let me ground away a block, and it wouldn't let me put a connector in there. It wouldn't let me put a connector on top of the surface because I don't own the grid, and it wouldn't let me repair that block. So I just have a hole sitting in the flight deck on the side. So interesting. There are some things that I don't understand why certain things were like. It's not that they were you know, so if I'm trying to build a cargo container here, you know, user interface to me is not as intuitive. It's not as intuitive as they've kind of hyped it to be. And granted, for somebody who's not played Space Engineers 1, that's jumping into this the first time, hey, sure, right? But some of the changes, here, quick example. I doesn't do anything, right? I use F to get in here. So if I want to put something in here, right, I can double click and drop everything in. It's fine, right? I can click, hold, and drag the whole stack in there, right? But the stacking, 10, 100, right? And the split. Why did we change these? Control used to be 10, shift used to be 100, and control right click or control drag was, wait, why did we change this? Was that necessary? It's just confusing. It's just confusing. There's, and to me, it just seems like there's no reason for it. No reason. Right clicking on something just drops that completely from your inventory. I've done that I don't know how many times, accidentally. Got to get out of the screen, you know, get out of the menu, pick it up, you know, go right back in. It's little stuff like that, to me, makes no sense. And I think you would have, I can't imagine any argument that makes more sense than what we were doing in SE1. It just doesn't make any sense at all to me. Let's see what some of this other stuff is here. Some of these I have not looked at. Build. Okay, so this is your blueprints. Contracts, we're not in contracts yet, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's odd to me. It's odd to me. Another thing, this just may be something else I've noticed. If anybody knows how to do some of this stuff, and I'm just unaware of it, please let me know. So I jump in. There's no toolbar. Toolbar at all. Power off, lights off, dampeners off, X cockpit. Right? So if I hit K, go into my control panel, anything. If I want to turn my thrusters off, I've got to go in and select every thruster and power it off. I can't group them, and I can't do it outside this menu because I have no toolbar here. I have no toolbar. Is that something that's just not been put in the game yet? Or is it something that's so unintuitive that you have to go looking for. You know, you have to like figure out how to do it. You have to know a trick. That's, to me, that stuff like that. Hey, Coon Bear, come on, jump up. Go ahead. Come on, you can come up. Go ahead. So it's like things like that, right? So one of the things we're going to do here is this is a hydrogen powered ship, but I am going to be adding atmospheric thrusters to it to reduce the amount of hydrogen that we use going up there, which is the space station that we're going to be going to. So, but in the cockpit, I can't just turn off the atmospherics when they're no longer doing any work. I have to go into that menu, select all of the atmospherics, turn them off separately, and still do, and then I got to do the same thing with the hydrogen. So it's just really weird. So I don't integrate. It just may not be that that's available yet. Okay. All right. So real quick, it's okay, buddy. Okay. Get your sneezes out. So real quick, while we're here, I want to go ahead and show you how to make a GPS marker, because there's so much detail and everything going on with the scenery and everything that it's really easy to lose those. It can be difficult to find those first two places we stopped. So I've been going around and marking them. Same thing. We're going to go up and mark the mine up here, up the mountain, the ice mine, and then we will eventually do the same thing when we get over to the shipwreck. It's just go and do it. So you're going to hit M for map, feature we don't have in SE1, so it's a little weird to do. You're going to click GPS up here, and then you're going to add a GPS marker. This is going to be, I'm going to just say weather station. All right. Now, if you need to rename something, you click on that. If you look down here, rename GPS marker, hit R, and you'll be able to go in and if you need to. Now, here's the one thing you can't do. You can't turn this off your HUD, to my knowledge. I have not seen any. Add GPS marker, delete GPS marker, zoom in to view intersecting pathways. That's not anything to do with it. So, don't know. There you go. There's our weather station. So, not something I expect. Yeah, I mean, for the star system, I get it, but I don't know. To have to go in and do that, it seems. It should be like you're supposed to eventually. You're supposed to be like SE1. You're supposed to be hitting your chat and type in GPS, blah blah blah, whatever the name is. But you guys see that the chat right now? Maybe it doesn't chat. The chat tool hasn't been added to the game, so it's not there yet. All right. So what I want to do is I do want to go up and put our GPS markers on our mine, our ice mine. So let's go ahead and do that. And actually, let's take a look at the ship. Nothing. Okay. So that ship has nothing. So we're going to grab more ice. I can tell you that for sure. Nothing in that ship. So the light carry. This one is more set up for heavier hunting. And it's got that. let's take a look at that. So here, turn on my atmosphere, because I turn them off because these batteries are, powered on. If you're going to add a second large thruster, you're going to want to add another battery, just to let you know. Light, 50%. We're not going to the shipwreck until it's daytime. So, another thing that I wish they did have similar, we could see like some sort of HUD display that should be ahead of us, just make it easier to find some of these places. Yeah. Honestly, right now I couldn't tell you. I haven't noticed. I dropped one lead bar in there, right? Spirits. Let's go into our GPS. See, now we know what we can find here, which is great. Already pulled all the power cells out of this, so I'm going to go ahead. See the lead bar in there? That's where you get your. I've also been told that alt middle mouse empties your inventory. Did not happen. Yep, didn't happen. Okay. We're going to need 6 of those. So initially, the easiest way to get these lead bars is any of these grids you go to that have a large grid battery on them. Steal the power cells out of them, and then grind it down, get the lead bar. So you've got one at the hydrogen research facility. You've got 2 down there at the weather station. Okay. So that's 3. You got 4. Right. So if you don't mind killing the power, well, you're gonna have to figure that out, because if you kill both batteries at the weather station, you're not gonna be able to use the gear forge. So something to keep in mind. You at least would have enough if you just want to update one of your tools. You do that. the other thing, not that heavy yet. I think I'm only going to do. I'm going to leave one of those large thrusters off. Because we don't have like full. Let's turn that on. Also, take a look at it. All of these atmospheric thrusters are green. One. That one's red. That's the one that's off. So that is easy to find. So that's, I don't mind that so much. That's okay. So now we're gonna go down and find the ice money, which is down a little bit. That's the easiest I've ever found it. It's a little light gray. I don't know if you guys can see it. So that is. Let's try not to get anything in the way. Okay. About the GPSs prior to first doing these missions. Of course, I killed the batteries on it, so can't see anything. There it is. We will be coming back up to gather ice. So I am not leaving this planet without a full tank. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we selected all these, all the ones that were turned on together. So, yes. It's nice. Come on, buddy, you gotta find a way to lap a little better there. Now around here, we've really just got ice, which is great. That's what we're looking for. If you get the chance, take a jetpack flight from here, low to the ground, to the weather station. And you might see some copper. Just heads up. really have anything in here. A lot of ice. I don't see if I can figure out, but we've still got a lot. Let's, might as well go ahead. Having a color to show off on and off is a good addition. So I know power source providers you can add or take out, but still not entirely sure how that whole system works. So you have a charging system. I guess that's the best way to say that. It's the power cell. Once the battery runs out of energy, you can take power cells from a battery that has a charge, you pull them out, take the old power cell out of the dead battery, and then F will allow you to reinsert the power cell with the. So if you got one that's down to, you know, like 50%, if you've got multiple power cells in there, we'll install the one that's charged. Right. Not a crash. Not sure what's going on there. Just a second. Put it up. No, that's somewhere that I do not. Well, there's not a list that I've seen, but if like when you go to the map and you see Verger, it lists all the ores that are available on Verger. So. If the cell is full, like you use one for a, it's to what, a 1 point, or it's a 0.5 battery. What I'll call the small bread large battery. If you do that, it only takes one power cell. Of course, the 2.5 meter batteries take 4 power cells. So, all right, let me, we're going to reload. I'm going to check my graphic settings. I moved them back up to high. Like I said, this wasn't the same kind of crash I was having yesterday. This is like a straight up crash. This is what happened at the end of my last playthrough on my personal test playthrough. That's the same kind of crash we just had. So perhaps this time I will we'll go ahead and drop. We're going to drop the graphic settings down to medium and see how that runs. Give me a few minutes, guys. I'm going to take this opportunity. I need to let the dogs out. So we'll take a short break. Be back in a minute with a new load. It's very possible. I mean, it's very possible. But if I can rule out my graphic settings by changing them and then still experiencing the same crash, I'll do that. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Nice. Back. Actually ended up being a fortunate break time because I got a call from the VA. Get reloaded. In the meantime, our newest pup, Dolly Bear, is the largest of our dogs. He's a husky mix. Today we've got rain, like decent rain. Man, she does not care. Like, she does not care at all. So every time she goes out, spend time drying her. All right, waiting for our here to show up on. There we go. That sucks. Get a save in there? I don't know how we didn't get a save in there. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and drop the graphics down to medium preset. Once we get in, and then I think we're going to, that's where we're actually save, pick back up. We're going to. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Do this as quickly as I can. Leaving the last thruster off. Watch when we come back. See if I can catch anything on the other side. It's distance. Good here. It's GPS. I changed the graphic settings. Yes, it pays to say it right now. Use the right click. Try out that worked. Cobalt. Silicon. GPS. No. Why? Why is that way up there? That should not be way up there. Okay, so I'm not using the right click to add a GPS marker anymore. That's obviously for use around the map. So we're going to delete that. Delete. Okay. Click here. Delete. I'm hitting delete. Nothing's happening. Cancel. All right, we're just going to add a GPS marker. Try this again. All right. Okay, we're finding stuff. Okay, see that right there is now showing here. Whatever this is, delete. Yes. Okay, so we got rid of that. You have to click it up here. You can't click it in the list. You have to click it up here. Seems unnecessary. Let's see. We can go ahead and turn our settings down. There we go. Not making any other changes. We also took the opportunity here to grind this guy down. Let after. Since grabbing anything else from there. Singing kit. See how the atmospheric pressure shifted. The one that was off is now. Stuff, and it's minor stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these are right. Low breaker type stuff, but it's still it's annoying. This is what I was talking about, discovered objects. So, inverter, you can get cobalt, copper, gold, ice, iron, lead, nickel, and zinc. So, that's here. Chemic, we don't. There you go. Chemic, chromium, cobalt, copper, gold, ice, iron, lead, magnesium. Find that interesting. Okay. So, if we go back to inverter, I've actually gotten indications on my drill of magnesium In fact, when we go back to the hydrogen testing facility or research facility, I got an indication that magnesium was nearby. Here's the issue. Like that first mine when you first start the playthrough that shows that there's lead up there, if you try to drill that out, you're not going to get any lead. It's either there's so little there or it's not spawning in properly. Same thing happened with magnesium. So, but we'll demonstrate that when it comes up. Ice mine. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to save. Let's do it. Can zoom in? Yes. But that's as far as you can zoom in. And if we go here, that's as close as I can zoom in. Now if we go to GPS and we zoom in now, you use your keys to go back and forth. Delphos, what has Delphos got? No raw materials. So. Okay, we did save. So let's go ahead and try to shoot. That's one of the things I thought, that maybe it was just something they did. You need those lead bars to upgrade your tools. That was my thought. They didn't want the lead to be that easy to get, like right away. Let's see. I don't know. This is a pretty large deposit of ice, so. In my testing playthrough, actually managed to collect enough ice to have filled the hydrogen tank, as well as carry like 5,000. Not quite 5,000. I guess it was more like 4,000. Just realized something too. I think it's old here. I would say it's after you get the initial 1,000 open ice for the objective, I think it takes like 2, maybe 3 more loads to get the hydrogen tank filled. So, that's it. I'm not messing around with that hydrogen ship. It's going to be a workhorse. When I say that, the only reason I say that is because when we get to that shipwreck over there, you guys. It's a tank. MCM, how's it going? Six 6:30. You know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this back. So we're now gonna use, since we got all that ice, we're actually gonna use that. Our GPSs. So we're good there. I'm gonna take this back. This ice into our ship. Process that. Straight. Nice. So contracts, no. So that does not. Okay, so the contracts don't. Are you talking about blocks? Like components, or are you talking about something else? Oh, another thing I experienced in my test playthrough is I did run into, when I was trying to drill out a deposit that I detected, definitely had some voxel issues. Half of the screen was inside the planet. There are audio cues when you detect a new deposit. Something else for you to know. Well, I'll demonstrate that here.
Inventory full.
Okay, so that's going to continue to work. There. Let's grab the rest here. So that. Let's take a look at our hydrogen tank. Okay, we're currently 48%, so dropped 6,000 in there. Let's see how much 6,000 gives us. Time, let's grab lead bar, new plate. Stuff away. Take the lead. Need a wire. What's the other thing? Oh, we need a fan. This in here. Still have something we need. Oh, we didn't do this, that's right. Is it 2 wire? Oh, I need 2 wire. Okay. Add that. Add that drill. There's the turbines. Okay. So turbines, I need 1 more wire. We should be able to go ahead and throw the middle grids in there. We should make the welder first. Right, there's the turbine blades. Move that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Should I get the grinder first? Let's do the grinder first. Oh, nice. Okay, good, good, good. Good, good, good. I think I'm going to go for the drill second and do the welder last. So I need turbine blades, metal grids, 2 metal grids, 1 turbine, and that's it. Okay. Two metal grids. Here's 2. Yeah, here's 2. We need to clear our character gear, Mark II grinder. Okay, so we got a Mark II grinder. Once we get more lead, we will be able to get, that's 1, 2 there. Okay, we'll get the other lead here in a little bit when we go to the shipwreck, but right now, because it's dark and I don't want to go to the shipwreck until it is light outside, let's go ahead and go mark our other 2 previous sites. Again, I'm going to go with hey, real quick, MCM, real quick. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be getting the gold wire for them. Well, there's none in the ion thrusters on the shipwreck, but there is in the ascent. So, MCM, are you aware of any way to group thrusters? sunset. Sun. It's EP02. Issues. This is tip. It was between here and the actual landing pad. I had to fix this before. That's my next deposit area. I may have to go back and grab some of that lead. So if we can get a lead deposit, hey Reaper, if we can actually get a lead deposit, we won't need to salvage these lead bars from the everything. Try to get some. Some stuff. Be adding batteries to the back. Where I got it.
Inventory full.
All right, magnesium powder. Turbine blades. Nothing else there. Yeah, 93%. I can't turn that. I can't open that because. But. Yeah. Okay. It's not going to be a terrible idea to get. Seats have motors. Parts. It's decorative. Alright. See if I can find that. Let's go ahead and do a quick. No. Before I do that, let's go ahead and add this GPS. Okay, so this is going to be the hydrogen research facility. Not this time. Oh, interesting. So it's over. Or I found it right over here. I was getting it. Right in this area. Maybe it's just a glitch. Oh. That might just be what it is, yeah. Alright. Let's do a quick fly around here. I have not done that yet. I want you to listen. Hear it? Anytime you get an overhead, you'll get an audio. There's a new one. Just keep that in mind when you're out searching around. For anything different. If you do come across copper later, copper it'd be nice to get on right now, but it's not like that. Back. A lot of digging to get across it by accident. Build an core detector and ship yet. No. Let's see. Mike is really choppy and kind of quiet. Sorry, I missed that. No drop frames. Wonder if I've somehow messed with my mic position. Listen out for the beep. Choose it. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know if you guys continue to hear that way. I'm not entirely sure what I can do. If I can't identify like a clear crop, like so. I don't have anything there. Okay, so we've got everything we need from this area. We're going to do a quick save. Mike's fine at the moment. It's just every now and then. It's like there is some interference. Gotcha. Speaking of that, have you guys noticed every now and then around the weather station that if you're just like moving around or doing whatnot, you kind of hear this broken radio, garbled, like static in the back. Like you can almost hear somebody saying something, like there's a signal. It's really faint. Got ice this time, so it's yeah, it happens in flying space too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so it is really odd. Yeah, the whole reason for coming out here is really just to mark these locations. I feel like it's something I really wish I had the first time we started this. Yeah, really. I've got a little confused about some of the tone of that dialogue. Either there's like a lot of backstory that people become more aware of, but I don't know. It's a very weird dynamic between those two. Sure, it's like uncomfortable listening to it. It's just okay. Let's see. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and stick our GPS. Call this one the origin mine. Not even gonna bother to try to get that lid. Don't think it's actual. Those random thumps, I don't get those either. We're gonna need more of. We need more iron right now. Third. Get the nickel. Let's just random bitch you might people you're stealing stuff from. They're getting peeved. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Jake. Planning. Oh yeah. Hero. that already. I need now. Stripped. This one's been stripped. Okay. Superhero landing. Yep, that's it. Okay. Save. Thank you. This stuff because to me it seems unnecessary. First. Oh, let's check see what our hydrogen tank is. About 6,000, right? Hydrogen tank. We are at 100%, which means we should have ice still. We've got 1.2K. If we move this to this, frees up a little space in here. A bit. So I have the connector we can use. We're also going to be adding cargo to this. 2.5 cargo containers here. So. That's full. It's 4K. Too bad.
Inventory full.
Compressors and stuff to pick up. Grabbing as much tech as you can.
Inventory full.
Okay, so we've got almost 2K of iron, got a little bit of cobalt, tiny bit of gold, and silicon. That should go. Robert, be right back. Oh, it's coming for you. can make this. That's what I'm doing. I want to put it on this ship. I can. Play 2 wire. Electronic parts. I forget how much. 3. Up to. Ouch. I feel like it's a pretty huge shipment. Let's see. That's good. Filter select broadcast. 200 meters. Jeez. Let's find some bread. We get some copper in too, so. I think we're going to need that. Be relatively close. If it's a legitimate. Oh, that looks like copper. Copper. Yeah. Well, we'll mark this if this doesn't turn out to be some just like tiny little... Which it very well. Ice. Maybe a tiny bit of copper there. Nice. That was just a tiny, tiny deposit. You know what? That is okay. Because that's more than we had before. Copper. Let's bring it down here. I'm going to get rid of that. Time I'm on the ground. It's going to be fun out there. Lead will be a huge boon for us if we can find that early and use that to create the lead bars. This is really just to assist taking the onus off of the hydrogen inside the atmosphere. It's hosted right here. Should be able to go in and turn this off. The power should be off anyway. Seems to be on charge. Components? I think that's what it was. Stand late for a moment. It's a good time. It's blessed. Might be enough. Charging. reason I'm doing this is because electronic parts, construction components, steel plate. Okay, so let's grab electronic components. Grab some more steel plate. Enough. First, open that. Plate. Batteries. Now we got 3 batteries. Okay, so this one. We're gonna name this one OG. That's the original. This is gonna be two. Those 3. So we know that it's, at this point we know it's different. And I will use charging too. Okay. At least while we're gone, that will be doing so. Now we got all this extra storage. Again, check it. Choose which container I want stuff to go in. And just be able to go directly, but no, it's difficult. So. Okay. Battery. Auto. 6% on this battery. Oh, that's terrible. 76 on this one. Goodness. Well, I won't be. Stay out. Yes. Guys, go check out a shipwreck. That makes passive. See that.
Have you left already?
I'm sorry, no, not yet. I spotted a larger shipwreck over the ridge. I'm going to check it out.
What do you hope to find?
Something, anything that can help us.
This sounds like a waste of time, Miro.
Yeah, something's gonna make these things fall apart. See this? See this gap here? I want to prevent this thing from falling off. So I'm gonna be cheeky about it. Since I already know about it, be cheeky. This thing. Try to connect it. I don't know if it'll let me. I don't know. Don't need heavy. Just need light ones. Try to keep it flat apart. Down and up. And all right, so we're gonna go in, hit this objective. Gyros, wires, motors, structure components, button panels with electronic parts. There's not a whole lot that's actually up here in this nose. Doesn't mean that we can't use it. And this is what, so they want you to explore. If you grind this thing falls. The whole front just falls right off. Large cart containers here. It's non-functional. It's empty. Empty. We'll do a quick fly around, show you everything that's around the ship. So we've got ion thrusters. Notice the set platinum electrodes, ion chambers, heavy duty plate. Same thing. These guys. Now the big thrusters, ultra resistant plate, which ultra resistant plate here. So we will be taking that. And then we've got ultra resistant plate, ultra resistant plate, ultra resistant plate. As far as ions go, that's pretty much the big thing there. Like I said, this whole front nose will fall off. And yeah, there's some minor components in there that are missed. That's why. Yeah, even the glass. That's kind of the way I'm looking. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? Yeah. And talking about. See, something's just. Sometimes. Okay, so it says explore. So we're exploring. This is the main tube. cut that thing. The whole front falls off. Plenty of glass and stuff in here. Gravity gen. Big one. Gravity core, heavy duty plate. Got an assembler. I don't even know if we can use this right now. What can we make? Compressor, motherboard, combustion chambers, pressure pipes, island chambers. What do these require? Copper and gold. We have some. Plate, iron, burrito comm modules, reactor core, copper. Now, what I'm not seeing here is any way to disassemble anything, so let me know. But look at the parts. Steel plate, gold thread, electron ports, and motors. Alright, so we can definitely make use of that. Which way do I want to go? Open these lockers. Enter the control seat. This is going to locate the control seat and exit to retrieve the coordinates to Belation Station. There we go. Objective complete. Now, as far as anything else that's on board this ship, select 2 or more blocks. Ah, did you see that? Look at that. Select 2 or more blocks to group. Oh, man. Woo. That's for sure. It's not before. I don't remember seeing that before. And I might be totally wrong. I'm just okay. Assembler. Batteries. We've got 6 batteries. This is where we're gonna get our lead bars. Okay. I haven't seen any activity in chat in a while, so I don't know if everybody's just, if it's been quiet, or if somebody could just give me a shout out, let me know that that's working all right. Cargo containers are empty. Control seat, gens off. Lockers, lights. And an O2 H2 gen. Sure. May have to look at that. Might have some.
I just downloaded a waypoint, Validation Station, belonging to the Colonization Authority.
Who or what is that?
Apparently, it's an orbital station built to support colonization in the Almagest system. The logs mention contracts and rewards.
Finally! This can get me out of here. Get up there and see what's on offer.
Don't worry about the heavy duty plate. In fact, I'm just gonna go after this ultra. I call it the ultra resistant plate. That's what I'm gonna grab. We already have some heavy plate, and we can always get more. I'm not too concerned about that. ahead and stick heavy duty plate. So we're going to take this, we're going to take terminals on. Thank you. Am I going to take all the power modules out of here? No, I'm not. But I'm going to take one. Lead bar.
Inventory full.
This.
Inventory full.
Let's see if we can hit that. Okay, the reason I'm building this thing back up is this is going to be where we could just put all the other crap that we get. See if we can actually do anything with this assembly. Put inventory cannot accept that item. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Definitely grinding that bad boy down then. Thinking if we could use that assembler, not be a bad idea to try to get some stuff out of this. Pretty much. Take that. This here. Oh, the other thing we need to do is like that. Let's go ahead and waypoint. Side, yep. Okay. Always come back to this. Gyros. Really like to find that OTH2 gem. Search points. Really like that.
Inventory full.
Seems to have fixed itself. There. Back. What? Just on the other side. Had some advanced parts. interested in what that was. What's this thing? I found it. There's an O2H2 generator on this ship. That's all we got for right now. Turn those batteries. We're figuring it out, guys. Figuring it out. You're on. Protocol. I need to figure out the ones that are backwards. Oh, great. Sweet. Okay. Let's still make some sense. Let's see that. Apples on. Let's see what I can do. I can go back in and turn on. But this allows me to be sweeping it. So that's big. It's so much easier. Even just a little bit until we find bars and grids. So probably the first thing we do is go ahead and stuff and start making the front finish building up all of the thrusters, right on the ship. Check. Look at that. That's charge. Awesome. Okay. I don't have anything in my inventory. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff. Okay. I need stuff.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
see if I'm missing something that would make this make more sense. Yeah. It's ultra plate. Need just 4 of these. Two of those can go back. That's neat. Come on. Why are we not going? That. Storage. Close full here. Okay. Still good on ice. Let's grab some intellectual carpet. Let's do this. So if we want to, so we want to make more. Wrong button. Okay, so say we want Mark 3s. What do we got to do for Mark 3s? Magnesium bars, combustion chambers. Can't do that. Permanent magnet, heavy duty plate. I don't know if we have 2 of them, but we do have permanent magnet. Stainless steel and a pressure pipe. May have a pressure pipe. Don't think we have stainless steel. We might be able to get it better. So let's throw that on there. Let's go see how many. Oh, they got moved there. We've only got 1. So we only have the 1 permanent mag. So that will not work for us. Can't do it. Okay. No worries though. Okay, so let's do some. Let's put those. Close it up. So nice. Okay. Bats are charging, which is good. But now we need to see what we need. We're going to need steel plate, motors, and steel tubes. Steel plate, motors, and steel tubes. And then I hit I.
Inventory full.
Come on, down here. There we go. Get up first. Close it off. Let's go ahead and save. All right, guys. We had a good stream. We had the one crash. I just think it was kind of a fluke. But we've got... I don't know if we need to transfer these or not. Space. If I put, I'd be able to put a battery there. Put another battery there. Gives a fourth. So we're gonna be pushing it. Let's take off here. Get out of here. Right. Not terribly. We do want to transfer our ore detector. Yeah, transfer the ore detector over. So we got that. I'll put that on. I'll try to put together a little to-do list. I'm gonna leave that gear forge. I originally planned on tearing that thing down, you know, keeping the parts, but I think we're gonna be okay. I am gonna take some of this stuff off. Yeah, we're gonna need to come up with something. Let's see. Wheels. Maybe that's locked. Oops. Suspension. Yeah, not seeing it. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what we got. But, guys, things we discovered. We got our GPS markers now. We've determined. We haven't determined it was there. We just never really noticed it. We'll tell what resources are available in what system. And we've got figured out how to group items, clean up our menus, which is fantastic. So it's the best. Use my language. Sorry. Do that. Steel plates. We probably need to stock up on that. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling because it is time to wrap up, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the stream. I hope you don't mind the long intro. I'm talking about issues we're experiencing. Part of the reason sharing that is so that if you guys are experiencing those, you can share that and spread the word about it. The other thing is it gives you an idea of things to look for if you're playing and you haven't seen anything. So this was awesome though. glad you guys came to watch. Enjoyed it. I'm glad this morning's hot fix took care of the issue I was having. Our next episode, we will be heading up to Relation Station, which is where my test game crashed. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we have we've done it. Patience. You have to be patient. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And always, always be safe. Special thanks to Morbin, MCM, SAUSA for participation in chat. Thank you guys. MCM, especially Sharon, experience from your play. Let's share information. I love it. Remember, guys, close your visor. Don't forget your dampeners. Put on that sunscreen. And I'll see you on the other side.